Hello, welcome back to Cartoony Dan cartooning. Is this up close? Good enough to see? If you can take a pause and do these face features, then we'll get started. So pause this, draw them as best you can, and then I'll show you how to do each one that's more complicated, like those kind of creature of the Black Lagoon ears that are pointy. So pause this now, and we'll get ready after you're done with that. Okay. So last time when we did faces, I started out with some shapes and I forgot some shapes. So let's add one of my favorites, being a pear farmer. Pear shapes are one of my favorites. And you can have it this way with the small side on top, or you can have it this way with the turn it upside down. And same thing with, I like the triangle, and then also you can turn the triangle upside down. And we'll do some more fruits. So here's an apple shape, which is kind of fun to make see the little lumps down the bottom there. I guess you could do that one upside down since we're doing everything right side up and upside down. So here's the lumps on top, and then swing down, curve up, and try to meet that right there. And if you don't like it, you can go over and make a correction. So there's just a few shapes. And of course there's the oval or circle and rectangle and all the other shapes that we talked about before. Even the rhomboid. And if that's not a rhomboid, contact somebody and find out for sure. So what we do is we take our face features, so we get your chart here. And for this one, I'm going to do number 1, eyes. So there's just a dot. And I'm going to put it pretty high up on the head. And then I'm going to do B, nose, which is kind of a circle. And there are a couple of smaller half circles on the side. So remember, most of the things that we did are part of the ABCs. So there's an O, and then there's a C, and then there's a backward C on that side. So we have 1 for the eyes, and we have B for the nose, and then we have 2 for the ears, and that's these ears that go out and swing down and back in, out, swing down, back in, and then they have this line that follows the top line of the ear on both sides, and then this little curve comes in this way on that side, which is a C, and a backward C on that side. So there's the ears on that, and that's 2. And then the mouth, what do you want to do? Let's say this one's C. So 1B, 2C for this character. And the C mouth is that teardrop shape, and then start in the middle and make the lines. And there we have our character. And then we could do some eyebrows on it. And with the eyebrows, you can make them, remember you have all these different shapes to choose from. The swooping up, the up and over, the V down, the straight line. So we have all those shapes to choose from, or any combination of those two. So we have this one coming down here and this one swooping up over here on the side. That makes a kind of interesting one. And then let's give him some funny little hair like that. And then that can be good. Maybe he's got a beard, and maybe his lower lip is pronounced, so another line under that. And there's our guy. And let's do a different one for this one. So let's have 2 for the eyes, and E for the nose, and 5 for the ears. I'll teach you how to do that creature of the Black Lagoon, and E. So 2E, 5E for this one. And for 2, let's put the eyes way up here. And there's this first one that's a circle or a 0 or an O, and one that crowds right next to it. It's a backward C. And then we go to E for the nose. I'm going to just hold it right up there, make it pretty small. And then you do these funny ears. So you come out like this and make a curve and another curve and another curve and then back across. So that's 3 curves. The same thing over here. Only you reverse the curves and back across. So you're coming, when you make this, you curve down slightly and then up slightly on the bottom. Then follow this line on top. Nope. Right here in the center. With this, and then 2 curves. Right here in the center, and then 2 curves out like that. Pretty close. We're dealing with cartoons, so don't worry about it. Pretty close is good. And then we have E. So let's make a big mouth coming like that. And these lines, little curving lines on the outside, kind of identify the cheek. So if you curve that all the way around, that would be the cheek right there. And then we've got a little U that comes out, and that's the tongue. So get your color crayons out and get ready to do some coloring in after you get these characters made. And then let's put these eyebrows really high up here, curving over. And we've got a happy little creature of the Black Lagoon. Okay, go to the apple. And from the audience, do we have any numbers here? I want to suggest.
5.
Yep. 5.
D.
D. Number again?
2.
I already did it. 2.
Okay.
Can you pick out another one?
6.
6. And the last one,
D.
D. 5D, 6D. So we have, these eyes are, let's make them big so we can really see these eyes. And they're side by side, and you can space them out so they could be way over here, but let's just put them side by side on this one. And then you kind of partially follow that line up on the top and put the eyes in right there. So that's the eyelid, and then there's the eyes. And the D nose, it's this funny little piggy nose. And 6 has these, what do they call these? There's a certain name to this kind of jug ears. And there's a curve there that goes down here, and then another smaller curve. So this curve starts in here and then curves out like that. So it's almost like a 6. You make a 6 and then erase this part right here. And that's that little flap on the ear. And the this is gonna be good. This is D. And I start in here with these little corn teeth. Curve, curve, curve all the way out to the edge. Makes a pretty goofy face. And we could do the same thing that we did here with these. If you want to add a little extra. And so we've got just kind of a curving up eyebrows that kind of go down. And then let's make this like some wavy hair. How about that? Kind of fills in that space so it's almost not an apple anymore. There's that guy. Okay. Now let's do this upside down apple. And let's use numbers that we haven't used before. So we've got 4. And this will be the last one that I do, and then you can take this chart and then do your own and do all kinds of more shapes, and then I'll show you a little bit something later about how to create a difference of the age of your character just by the position of these. So one of the ways we'll do that right now, I'll just show you how to make a character look a lot younger. So we'll take these eyes and we're going to put the eyes way down here. And these eyes are number 6. Excuse me, I started with 4 there. So let's do 6. And there's 2 dots in here. And the dots can be anywhere, so they don't have to be right in the middle. If you want this character looking over to the side, one way or the other, you can just shift them over here. And remember that this, even though that circle isn't completed, you don't want to put the dot beyond that, or it'll kind of break that idea of the 2 eyeballs. All right, now for the nose, it's going to be small. So let's go to A. And the A nose is just a little O. And the ears, let's go to 1. No, we've already done 1. Let's go to 3. They're kind of a funny ear. And for the mouth, let's do F. Okay, the ear is 3, and we're going to put it really low down here. So we have all this forehead up here. It's going to make your character look younger. So if we have this character looks relatively older because his eyes are way up here on this line, and the line being down here like this is going to make your character automatically look younger. So, and the thing that you usually do is have an association between the eyes and the nose, and that's where your ears are going to be. So these number 3 ears, I'm not going to make them too big, but they're more angular, like that. And then this follows that interior line, which is the same as this. And reverse it on this side. Oh, that comes to more of an angle. Okay, and the mouth, this F mouth, let's do this something kind of unusual. We'll take this as the center line, and here's the lower lip down here underneath. It's kind of cute. And then here's the upper one. It's like a sideways 3. Okay, so there she is. Did you know it was a little girl? I didn't either. Nope. lashes are always good. It's easy as that. There's a little cheek rouge. I don't know if you can see that. I did that. Alright, that's a wrap for today. Remember, if you have any ideas, messages, or anything that you want to talk to me about, and if you could scan images that you do and send them to me at cartoonydan@gmail.com. Keep drawing. See you later.